The drums of war thunder once again.
G'day, this is Dello, and welcome to another World of Warcraft classic multiboxing video. Today we are running through Ragefire Chasm on the stress test, which is the first available dungeon in Classic. It is based inside Orgrimmar, and is essentially only available to Horde unless you want to die a lot as Alliance, getting all the way into the Orc capital. As a 5-man team, it's a pretty good place to level, and I have found that a full clear will give you about 6,000 XP at levels 13 to 14. This full clear took me about 40 minutes to do as a multiboxer, and I'm sure it can be done faster than that as well. At the pace I went in this video, it's about 9,000 XP per hour, and 13 to 14 is just over 11,000 XP, so it's just over an hour for a full level, which is pretty quick at this point of the game, just to farm an instance over and over. I also picked up a good amount of decent green BOEs, as well as a couple of greens off the bosses. There was also about 5 quests in here for Horde to do, so that'll supplement your XP and your gear as well. The Horde team I'm running here is a warrior tank, 3 fire mages and a holy priest. I selected this team purely to get to RFC, as the stress test maxed out on level 15 and was only available for a couple of days. And I really wanted to get a dungeon in just so I could see how it was going to be like once Classic launches. So here it is. So grab your favourite drink, sit back, enjoy. It's a long video, but hopefully you can learn a few things. Now let's talk about the more technical side of what I am doing as I work my way through this dungeon from a multiboxing point of view. My 5-man setup is always the tank in the main window on the top left and the healer in the top right. The 3 DPS, in this case 3 mages, take up the other 3 slots. Using Boxer, my key presses in my main action bar are all broadcast to all of my other windows. So when I press 1 on my keyboard, all of my WoW windows will get the key press. Boxer also sets it so that all of my tunes will auto-assist the main window, which in most cases will be the tank. Some additional keys are set up, like Control F to follow and Control X to put them into formation. With that in mind for this run, I have these keybinds set up. On the warrior, I have Sunder Armor 1, Taunt at 2, Blood Rage at 3, and Shield Slam at 5. On the mages, it's 3 for Fireball, 4 for Wand, 6 Frost Nova, 7 Polymorph, 8 Arcane Explosion, 9 and 10 are buffs, and equals is always drink eat across all of my tunes. For the priest, they just have wand at 4 and the buffs, drinks, all in the same spot as the mages. All of the healing spells are done through a repeater region, which I will go through shortly. The way a fight will work is that I will turn follow off on the range classes by hitting Control X to put them into formation. I then pull with the warrior using bow or simply just running in. This will change to charge later on when I get more talents. Once I am within melee distance of the target, I will start applying Sunders and a demo shout to gather threat across all of the enemies. I will then start spamming 3 to start DPS across the mages, which will cast fireballs on whatever target my warrior has selected. Now, getting back to repeater regions for the healer. That is done through the repeater regions feature in Boxer, as well as the standard Blizzard raid frames and the add-on called Click, which I have installed on the healer. The way repeater regions work is that I will highlight a section of my screen on my main character, which is the tank, and I will set it that when I click in that section, it relays that click also onto the healers. So if I click on the raid frame in the top left on my tank's name, click will also occur on the priest, whom has the Click add-on installed, which will cause it to cast a flash heal on the tank. So if I start spamming Click Heal on my warrior's name in the raid frames, then all those clicks will relay to the healer's window and will start spamming flash heal on my main tank. I hope to release a full video tutorial on this early into Classic's release, when I can sit down and set it up on my main group and go through everything that I've done and how I've done it. I will also change my DPS mode to wanding as well throughout the dungeon, as you will see, because my mana is going to run out fairly often. There was also a fair bit of drinking by the casters, so feel free to skip through those sections if that's boring you too much. It will be interesting to see if moving to the next group faster and wanting them down while spirit restores your mana, or drinking more often and killing groups faster with more fireballs is actually more efficient. I'll do some tests on this once the game goes live and I can actually have some time to do this and work it out. The 3 pulls are done by sheeping the caster and having the warrior pick up the 2 melee mobs with demo shout, and having all of the characters focus on downing one of them as quick as possible and then moving on to the second once it's dead. Hopefully you have those 2 melee mobs down fairly quickly, then you can focus on the sheep and kill him as well. You'll most likely be out of mana after the first 2 mobs, especially at this point of the game, but you can just tank the remaining mob that's in sheep and wand him down. Ensure throughout the fight that your tank's health is up nice and high. Try and have renew on him the whole time and throw out some lesser heals when needed, either to the tank or another group member that might maybe have taken some damage. I try to avoid power word shield, especially on the tank, as it stops it from gaining rage. I use it mostly as an oh shit button. If one of my slaves is under attack, I'll chuck out a shield on him, or if the main tank looks like he's about to die, I'll chuck a power word shield on him. But mostly I'll just use renew and standard heals. As you've seen throughout the video, you run out of mana pretty quick at this stage. You will be picking up a lot of cloth, so if you have a tailor and you can start making some good green gear, you can generally try and stack intellect on you guys, and that will get the mana pool up nice and high, so you won't have to go through this problem as much. One thing a bit later on the run, where I'm versus a group that has multiple casters, I will generally sheep one and then run the entire team back a fair bit into the instance. I'll use Control C to drop the range team off by putting them into a formation, and then get ready to fight the mobs that have chased me back, including the second caster, who I'll then zerg down as fast as possible. I'll kill the other ads and then wait for the sheep to come running over the hill and start casting spells on me as well before I take him down. I just find this is the easiest way to do it, especially if it's a hard pull. If it's an easy pull where you can just send the team in and do good damage and get them down quickly, and they're not really that much of a threat, I'll do that because it will make the run in quicker. But if you feel like you may have trouble, then take your time, do it the way that's going to keep you alive. A wipe is going to cost you way more time than spending a few extra seconds here or there on a pull. I feel like I've been speaking for a while now, and you're probably getting sick of me, so I'm going to put on some nice music, sit back, relax, enjoy the rest of the video. As we come to the end, when we get to the final boss, I will then start up commentary again on how I went through the fight and how I killed him and how the run went. Okay, I'll talk to you again soon. And welcome back. Here we are at Tarragaman, and I'll have my revenge from him taking us down in the last video that I made. He has a pretty decent AoE blast wave type spell, so you'll want your ranged DPS standing a fair way back to avoid it, as well as a healer. He hits pretty hard, but now my warrior is up to level 15, with mostly greens, so it's easier for me to keep him up. Also, the DPS are now level 14 or so, which is a lot better than my team of level 12s which took him on last time, as there will be no more resists of their DPS spells, because he is a much higher level than them. Make sure you are right on top of those heals if you're running a class with melee DPS, as that blast wave will deal a reasonable amount of damage to them, so chuck a renew on them, give them a quick heal, make sure that they're not going to take too much damage from that AoE and get too low. All in all, it's not too difficult. And once you do kill him, make sure to loot his head for the hidden enemies quest if you are on it. It's a very good quest which gives you a good staff at the end of it. Now in this run I got my one-handed sword to drop, so now my warrior has to learn his sword skill. In part 2 of this video you will see me using the sword and working on getting that skill up as I go further through the instance. It slows me down a bit, but that's okay, you do need to get those skills up. Also in part 2, my plans are to answer any questions you have. Any comments on this YouTube video, anything on Reddit, anything on the dual boxing forums, shoot me a question. I will do my best to answer them in the next video. I want to get you guys involved and basically help you out as best I can, and I think this may be a great way to do it. That is my aim when making these videos, just to try and help improve and be informative. If you could please like and subscribe, as I plan to have plenty more content coming out. This has been a lot of fun, I'm enjoying doing it, and I want to keep it going. So thanks for watching. My name is Dallo, bye for now.